Justice finally served. Hasan Piker was arrested. This is a fact, all right? It actually happened.
Roger, you seen this?
Hasan Piker actually arrested, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to talk about exactly how this all went down. Because truly, it is a diabolical time. First and foremost, Destiny, another retard, truly retard on retard violence over here, decided to tweet out, if Hassan is going to reach this hard to say that I kickstarted Nick Fuentes' career, then I am responsible for his career 10 times over. Also, Hassan fucked a 15-year-old while he was visiting that brothel in Berlin. That's why he doesn't like to talk about it as much now. What? Diabolical? Excuse me. That's quite the allegation. It's common knowledge behind the scenes. If Hassan wants to contest it, he can sue me. But he won't, because truth is an absolute defense against defamation. We have finally reached the end of Dog Zapper, Hassan, Diddy Bin Laden, Adolf Epstein, Dahmer Piker. He is over. This is diabolical. It's truly insane. Now, we have a lot to talk about here, a lot to break apart. Hasan Piker goes to China. He was arrested in China, actually, which is amazing. He also is known for shitting on India in regards to India's response to terrorism that are perpetrated against them by Islamic, specifically from Pakistan. And India was just attacked again. And of course, Hasan Piker, you know, loves running around talking about how India is the bad guy, even though they were literally attacked. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. Hasan Piker, according to, look, man, it takes one to know one, all right? So when he calls someone else a all right, that's diabolical. It takes one to know one. And if Destiny, a guy who admitted to have, allegedly, child porn on his computer, if he's going to call him out for this and be so certain that he's going to risk a defamation case, I believe him. I believe you, Destiny. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Pedo Piker. Wow. So that he gets arrested, and of course there was a horrible attack in India. We're going to talk about all of this today. It's insane. So first, this is Hasan Piker in a restaurant.
Try this shit out, Chicago style. Ask the lady at the counter, what's the best thing?
We allowed in here, y'all?
Destiny made you.
Destiny made you.
Fucking loser. Ask the lady at the counter.
Oh my god, he was just murdered on the timeline. So that's right, Destiny brought you into this world, and it looks like Destiny is taking you out. Wow, Pedo Piker. That's crazy. And he calls me it's insane how much projection comes out of this man's trap. I have been saying that he probably fucked a child in that brothel forever, for the record. You don't understand. I have literally said this for a year. Very nice to be justified. And also pretty insane that Destiny apparently knew that this guy was allegedly a and never felt the need to actually say that in public. That's kind of crazy. But I guess, again, we're literally in two retards fighting territory. Destiny claims Twitch streamer Hassan effed a 15-year-old while on a trip in Berlin. I believe him. And that's the source. Shoe on Head replies, homeless man calling another homeless man a broke-ass neighbor. Oh my god, that's true. We have never had a two retards fighting situation quite this diabolical. Heartwarming. All the worst people you know are fighting. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's shocking. And you know Hasan Piker is going to take this out on his dog. That's crazy. Tectone tweets, proven dog abuser, now alleged child predator. Man, this is not Hassan's year. No, he's going to be in jail. I respond with, you mean to say that the guy that supports might be a Nux stays winning. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. The Nux victories keep rolling. Tectone responds with this Hitler-looking fellow with a swastika armband. And the obvious question that everyone asks when they see the armband, was Hitler a Nazi? Oh my god, this is leading me to think something diabolical is happening. Do nothing, win. This is Nux Doctrine. It's always been Nux Doctrine, and it always works. Yesterday might have been shitty. Today is amazing. Today's awesome. Hasan Piker doesn't realize that all of my enemies end up destroying themselves. That's right. It all started with V Shoujo, and since then, every single guy that tried to ruin my career ended up accidentally destroying their own. With Hassan, all it took was allegedly having sex with a child and going to China and getting arrested. So this is Hassan in China, his favorite country on the planet, after Turkey. and every other Islamic terrorist nation. So Hasan Piker declares something pretty insane over here, and I think we need to deport this guy.
I don't have any sort of patriotism in my heart
For
America, but just in general. I'm not like a very, I care about.
He has no patriotism in his heart for America. Can we deport this guy, please? He's a communist. He hates us. Can we just denaturalize him and deport him, please?
People. What makes it...
So this dude literally is in China, in Tiananmen Square, waving Chinese communist dictatorship flags, talking about how he has no patriotism for America.
I mean, what makes it interesting for me, at least, is like seeing so many people from all over the country literally travel here just to see.
That part is insane. Look how many.
Like, I just don't, like, I don't have any sort of patriotism in my heart
For
America, but just in general. I'm not like a very, I care about people.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, it's hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
But I do understand it in some ways, and I kind of wanted to talk to some of the people here because, like, all the old people that you see around, right? You have to remember, every single person that you see around us, that's like, especially if they've been alive since like the 70s or the 60s, they have seen a radical transformation in their lifetimes, unlike any other country, right? So for them,
This dude goes to China, all right, with actual child slavery. All right, he goes to China to just prostrate himself and glaze the Chinese overlords. Well, this obviously goes very well. Now, this is him getting arrested. I just had to, I had to include the previous video. Can we talk about the dog shit fit? Every single one of his fits are dog shit. I had to show the previous video of him being like, China's actually awesome. I actually hate America. I have no patriotism for America. Fuck America. I hate America. China's amazing. Then he gets arrested in China for having a meme on his phone making fun of Xi Jinping. Diabolical!
Roger, you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Shit on America. Get arrested for making fun of a guy. Police show up, baby. He is detained by the cops.
That's a film. Okay.
The police cover the camera. Oh, the irony is incredible. I hate America. I hate America. China's way better. Gets arrested for freedom of speech. Oh my god, that's amazing. Bro, they're out there. They cover the camera. Bro's getting manhandled. Probably getting a prostate exam.
Oh, I didn't take a photo.
Putting shit up his butt to make sure he's not hiding any memes in there. You mean to tell me that China didn't respect his right of freedom of speech? I don't know, man. I feel like Hassan needs to go to the labor camps. He spent his whole trip calling Trump a fascist, only to get got by a real fascist.
Oh, I was holding the camera out, but I didn't do anything yet.
Yep.
Still recording?
Bro got hit with a fascism. Oopsie poopsie. Please keep him, China. Please.
Of my phone?
Yeah. Sure. Or like a live show. Or,
Oh.
Yeah, so they're yapping. Obviously, we're doing secret memes. Be right back. And the stream died. For some very suspicious reason, the stream stopped there. That's crazy. Breaking news, Chinese police detained infamous liberal streamer Hasan Piker in Tiananmen Square. Diabolical. Actually diabolical. Goes to Tiananmen Square, marches up, yells about how China's actually awesome and stuff. Unlike America, which sucks, gets arrested for having a meme on his phone. This was not the meme, but this is my meme, and I think it's very funny. It works every time. Place, Hassan. Hassan! I've seen your memes. Place. So, Asmongold reacted to this. I didn't see his reaction yet because this literally just happened. So, let's see.
So, he gets stopped by Chinese security police while streaming in Tiananmen Square. Oh, that's the place with the tanks. I remember that.
Roger, you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Basically, he had a meme of Mao with his face photoshopped in on his phone.
Yeah.
A Photoshop on Mao? On Mao? How dare you?
Ooh, they got the lights on him. Uh-oh, they got the lights on him.
Tour guide.
That's a film. Okay.
Uh-oh.
you want to see the photo?
He wants to see the photo. Oh my god, I love this. By the way, Hasan Piker, one of the biggest frauds in the history of political commentary, pushed a hoax. All right, he pushed a giant hoax about how allegedly a tourist was thrown out of America for having a JD Vance meme on his phone. He had this meme allegedly of JD Vance. and he was allegedly thrown out of the country. This was a fake news story. This is not reality. But he pushed it anyway, all right? And now you, sir, got arrested for having a meme on your phone. Dude, this is divine comedy.
Take a photo. Oh, I was holding the camera out, but I didn't do anything yet.
Liar, liar.
So he want to see
Show me the background of your phone. I must see it.
the background of your
See the
my phone?
background?
yeah. Or like a live show or
Oh,
Uh-oh.
They keep trying to trick the police and to troll them and to lie to them. They're terrified.
It went mute. Okay, so you explained it. Okay, so what happened?
Whenever the police showed up, they thought, so that thing that we went to, okay, the flag raising ceremony that we went to is not a thing that white people normally go to. It's not normally something that like white people attend, right?
But I thought you said you weren't white. Oh.
He's Schrodinger's white man. He's white when you're the victim, and he's also brown when you're the victim. Schrodinger's white guy.
Today he is. Now he's white.
And he thought he saw something on the phone, like he thought we were like making a mockery, you know what I mean? They didn't realize that we were swagged out, who love China. Are you being careful with your words? No, I'm just...
Swagged out white boys who love China. So, can we just make this clear? Hassan calls me Islamophobic for shitting on him, but he calls himself white, all right? He's not religious. He's not a Muslim. How could I be Islamophobic if I call Hasan Piker a terrorist? Like, bro, you just support terrorism. That's why I call you a terrorist. Okay? Like, bro, stop. This is crazy. It's like, oh, you're calling me a that's Islamophobic. Yeah, I know. Recognizing pedophilia is Islamophobic a little bit sometimes. All right? Not trying to be rude here, all right? But sometimes that's where it's at. All right? Every time I say pedophilia bad, one tear drops out of Zoran Mamdani's aunt's eye, and it's truly a tragic day.
I'm just telling you like it is. Like they thought we were, they were being extra attentive to make sure that, you know, no one is making fun of Mao or anything like that. And that's what they were, yeah. It's just...
They were going to make sure no one was making fun of Mao. And you have the audacity to call Trump a fascist. You have the audacity to say that America is a fascist dictatorship when they arrested you for potentially making fun of Mao. Dude, you deserve this so badly. Oh my God. This guy is such a, like, unbelievable propagandist for enemy nations. He should be deported or tried for treason.
It's a cultural difference. It's funny because, like, I've dealt with cops at this point all around the world, as you guys know. As far as, like, cops that I've dealt with all around the world, you know, European cops in France, American cops.
Sure.
I will say that it's not even remotely up there. The further west you go, the worse cops get, the more aggressive they get. America being...
You were arrested for having a meme on your phone. How could you possibly run defense for the communist dictatorship right now?
First one out of all of them.
I mean, look, I wouldn't be saying bad stuff about China whenever I was literally in China either, okay? But let's be real, it's insane to say something like this. If the police ever detained Hassan and wanted to look through his phone to see if he had any problematic memes, and he was in the United States, he would be talking about this for the rest of his career.
Dude, he got asked questions in the airport for 5 minutes because he's a Hamas supporter sympathizer. And he made it a national news story where he went on every single media outlet to cry about Trump's suppression of free speech when he directly supported organizations. But here he gets arrested for having a meme on his phone and he's like, yeah, actually Chinese cops are better.
Okay? Like this would be, when did you know that we had fascism? Well, you see, one time I was at this place and they asked to see my phone. Like, obviously everybody would say this, right? And so it's just so obviously a double standard, right?
Yeah, because he's a communist shill. He supports the enemies of our nation. He needs to go away forever. Please. This is a photo of Hamas children holding assault rifles to the head of someone dressed as an Israeli child. So, he supports this. All right, this is in the range of what Hasan Piker supports. Let's make this very clear. All right, so yes, he does support child abusing 1000%. He thinks this is good, and you wonder why these kids grow up to want to kill Jews. You wonder, right? What a healthy culture. That's right, hell yeah. Every other culture is the same. All the cultures are the same. Now, speaking of cultures that are the same, This is Hasan Piker talking about India.
Violates the sovereignty of another nation state. So is Russia. A great example of this would be Russia. Any state that violates the sovereignty of another state.
This is him referring to when India was attacked by Muslim from Pakistan. They fired back. So this is what he had to say.
And strikes civilian targets is a fucking rogue terrorist state. She didn't even say India is a terrorist rogue state. I think she just said India is a rogue state. But I would go so far as to say, yeah, they're doing terrorism. Also, her analysis on the matter is putting the BJP guy in a very different light. Like she's coming across way more restrained and way more informed instead of just simply saying, I don't give a shit that there's no evidence, no direct ties to Pakistan involvement in the terror attack that took place.
Except there was actual direct ties to the Pakistan involvement in the terror attack that took place. In fact, India has been suffering, being the victims of endless terror attacks from Pakistan and thousands of terrorist attacks from Muslims. This is a known fact that anyone that knows anything about anything knows about. To be honest, all right? You retard. And them killing terrorists it doesn't make them a rogue terrorist state.
They've been doing this for 30 years. We have to get blood. Seems a little crazy to say, especially when you're trying to defend your position.
They have been bombing India for 30 years. They finally struck back, and Hassan calls them a terrorist state. It's almost like Hassan picks the side that's the victim of Islamic terror attacks and slanders the fuck out of them. Does this sound familiar? It does to me.
Seems a little crazy to say, especially when you're trying to defend your position in the Western world by presenting yourself as like a reasonable, restrained, sovereign nation state.
And then attack at will and kill civilians, women, children, send them to hospitals in large...
I'm sorry, I'm vehemently anti-Modi and his agenda, but to call India a rogue terrorist state is absolutely incorrect. I mean, this severe escalation that violates all... This is a rogue terrorist action, a rogue terrorist state action. That's precisely what that was, what happened, like just like what Russia has done in Ukraine.
He is comparing India hitting terrorist targets in Pakistan after getting bombed by them for 30 years. He is comparing that to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This dude is retarded, pro-terrorist, all right, anti-terrorist. He literally is. Anyone that fights back against terrorism is the bad guy. Israel gets attacked on October 7th. He supports Hamas. Pakistani terror groups attack India for years. He supports the Pakistani terror groups. It's shocking. Call me Hasan Piker's dog, because I am shocked that this guy is the largest leftist streamer. Now, we're talking about this for a reason, man. A really good reason.
One-sided analysis, but if you want to see one-sided analysis, I suspect it's probably coming from Asmongold, who doesn't give a shit about either side at all.
All right, here's where the good part comes. This is what actually made me decide to make this video at the end of the day. All right, unironically, this is exactly why I decided to pull this one up.
Automatically sides with India because it's more Israel coded.
That's right, of course, obviously. Asmongold, who's not even pro-Israel, by the way, must be siding with India because he's Israel coded. Why didn't I think of that? So easy. Dude, this is literally what you have to deal with Hassan. So yeah, so this guy he's an insane person. He is an actual insane nutcase. Now, the reason I bring this up is because as it stands right now, India was the victim of another horrible Islamic terrorist attack. And we have to talk about that because I didn't get all the info, so we're going to be looking into that a little. And then we are going to do an actual deep dive on the actual allegations about Hasan Piker allegedly sleeping with a 15-year-old. All right, we have a lot to do still in this very video, so literally lock this shit in. I wanted to specifically say... I made a video about the Indian Poop Festival the other day, and I wanted to specifically say, in case it's not clear enough, I do recognize that our cultures are different, but I actually have a lot of respect for India. I really do. A lot of respect for them. And I want to make that incredibly clear. I do not want poop throwers to be my neighbors, specifically. I understand that that's not all of India. It's just like one village in India. But I do want to make this incredibly clear. I actually... completely respect and understand the struggle that India deals with regarding terrorism. This guy, a Muslim, it's a coincidence, has been putting ricin deadly poisons, tasteless and odorless. Right? You'd know if you watched Breaking Bad. His name is Dr. Ahmed Mohyuddin Syed. And of course, from China. Wow, it's all coming together. Using his medical knowledge, he has been extracting ricin to carry out a mass poisoning terrorist attack in Delhi. Is this not diabolical, bro? What a nightmare. Actual nightmare. We're going to look at that. So that's this. This is the doctor. Dr. Ahmed over here. Arrested for plotting a massive ricening poison attack. Linked to ISIS and Pakistani handlers every single time. And remember, Hassan will blame, get ready, Hassan will blame India. That's right, India's Israel coded in this regard because they fight terrorists or something. So Modi, he's the Prime Minister of India, he said, condolences to those who lost their loved ones in the blast in Delhi. Because aside from this ricin terrorist attack, there was also a massive explosion and a bunch of people died. This guy, this Allahu Akbar guy over here, this is the doctor terrorist who was arrested putting ricin in food. So anyway, I wanted to look into the situation in India from an on-the-ground source, and then we're going to look at Hasan Piker allegedly sleeping with 15-year-olds.
नेशनल कैपिटल में जब बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट आम सी
I am noticing that this is not English.
बात हो गई लेते थे कहीं बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट ना हो जाए मार्केट में लेकिन 2000
Yep, I am noticing. Listen, okay, I am noticing the lack of English. All right, we will have to find a different source. All right, we will find another source. Bro, how is no one covering this? This is a massive story. Yeah, what's this?
That you should just at that very spot. Now showing you the visuals, you can see the fire. In fact, that had occurred after the blast in a car that has been told by.
All right, I'm not trying to hate. I know that guy's speaking English, but that sounds exactly the same as Indian to me. Come on, man. Do we have any English-speaking people that talked about this? This is crazy. Hold up. I'll even take CNN, man. This is crazy. All right, BBC. Fuck these guys.
Breaking news now from India. An explosion near the Red Fort metro station in Delhi has killed at least 8 people, according to a spokesperson for the Delhi police. The blast happened at a car parked outside the site and ignited nearby vehicles in a densely populated area. And these are the
Look at all these Canadians.
live pictures we're just getting in at the moment, as you can see. I'm joined now by our reporter, Davina Gupta, who's in Delhi. Davina, what do we know?
Well, this incident happened at 6:55 p.m. local
So wild that they got a Canadian.
time in the evening. What we do know so far is that there was a loud explosion heard by eyewitnesses, and that was followed by at least 6 cars catching flames at that spot. Now, we've been able to speak with the local police here, which are at the spot and investigating this scene, and they have said they will not rule out all possibilities.
Bro, it's a terrorist attack. It's a terrorist attack. You got one guy trying to poison a whole bunch of shit. You got someone else blowing up a bus. Come on, dude. Get out of here. It's obviously a terrorist attack. And they even caught the guy a little too late.
For now, they're trying to ascertain what caused this.
What a nightmare. What a tragedy. Like, dude, I don't think people... Look, I have relatives that live in Israel, okay, that have suffered terrorist attacks. I have been in Israel during terrorist attacks. Right? When Iran fired their missiles at Israel... I was there, hiding in a bunker. All right, I've been there. I've done it. All right, it's actually horrifying. It's terrifying. It really is. And people shouldn't need to live like this. Like, in my experience, Indian people are super nice people. Maybe they have different hygienic standards, let's say, but super nice people, and they do not deserve this. And they should fight back.
As you mentioned, several people have been injured and taken to a nearby hospital. The
BBC is infamous for sugarcoating with bullshit. Yeah.
Do know that there have been
The BBC was just sued for like $1 billion by Trump for editing his January 6th speech.
Casualties. For now, the city police has said they are examining those numbers and can only verify them after a local hospital tells them so. But eyewitnesses have talked about hearing a loud explosion as far as about 2 kilometers from the spot. And this is one of the busiest neighborhoods in Delhi. It's a congested area, and it's often referred to as Old Delhi. So there are narrow by-lanes over there outside that metro station. So the sheer geography of that place is such that there could be more casualties, and we are waiting more details.
I hate the BBC. I feel like I'm only getting a half story, man. I really am. The BBC runs Defense for Terrorism. Like, the BBC hired terrorists as journalists. The BBC literally forgot to mention the fact that their source in covering the Gaza conflict was that they Their source for the Gaza conflict was an actual Hamas member. Like, they got a terrorist as their source for life of the civilians in Gaza suffering. All right? They lied about... Dude.
And if there has been a state of high alert, what does that mean? What does that indicate?
So the entire area for now has been cordoned off. The media is not allowed to be there. And there's been a high alert in the city. We can hear that there are several police vans going around the city. We also know from media reports that a state of alert has been sounded in the next or adjacent state of Uttar Pradesh. And this just means that the police officials will be on the streets. They would be checking cars if need be and investigating as more details.
Oopsie poopsie, probably an accident. Dude, I hate this. Western countries need to take Islamic terror seriously. 1000%. We're importing these guys. It's insane. My condolences, of course. The religion of peace strikes again. I can't believe his name was Mohammed. I personally can't believe his name was Mohammed. The actual Mohammed specifically never did anything remotely questionably morally. So this is definitely shocking to me. Now, again, the BBC, they're actually evil. Right, so this is what they did with Trump, by the way. So this is the actual panorama edit, and this is the original clip. Pay attention. This is what they released. This is the clip.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down.
All right, that's what they released. And they tried to make that, you know, you go to the Capitol, you fight like hell. It's an insurrection, you steal the election. All right? This is what the actual clip was.
To the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
That was the actual original clip. I want to make this really clear. These are nefarious actors that are trying to destroy our civilization. And I mean that without a shadow of a doubt. They actually, those lying bastards. So Trump is threatening to sue them for $1 billion right now, which they should. Threatened to sue the BBC for $1 billion following an edited clip in a panorama documentary suggesting he urged violence during the January 6th speech, promoting apologies from the BBC's chair, Samir Shah. BBC chair, Samir Shah. Obviously a straight white man, am I right? And resignations from the Director General, Tim Davie, and the news, the Turnus, whatever. The incident had intensified scrutiny over the BBC's impartiality in covering U.S. politics, transgender issues, and the Gaza conflict. Wow, no way. What? No. With the leaked memo alleging bias tied to pro-Trump lobbyists, UK Culture Secretary, people announced that it's sad and shit. Dude, it's actually insane. Like, if you look at the actual media covering all of this, it's wild. It's wild. BBC bias pushed Hamas lies around the world. Like, BBC forced to correct 2 Gaza stories in 1 week. Like, because they run defense with the terrorists. And do you know why that's the case? And it's actually really obvious if you think about it. It's because England is being conquered as we speak by radical Islamists. They're importing people that are controlling the media. Like, the BBC is just Al Jazeera at this point. I don't know why we need to even take this seriously at all. Like, it's actually insane. It is an actual propagandaing of Islamic terrorism. So, again, not trying to be rude here, but when the BBC decides to talk about, there was an explosion that happened, we don't know the source, it was probably an accident. It wasn't an accident, okay? It was a terrorist attack, because there are a lot of them in India. There are actually way too many of them in India. This is just the propagandaing of radical Islamists all over again, and I've covered this in the past. That's why they're anti-Trump, because he wants to stop immigration. That's why they're anti-Israel, because they want to wipe out the Jews. It's crazy. So anyway, there's an infinite amount of evidence that they literally doctored and released footage. They edited clips constantly from different conflicts around the world to push their bullshit. Like, this is the hostile takeover, by the way. It really is. And it's happening in real time. But anyway, speaking of treasonous shitbags, Hasan Piker might have fucked a 15-year-old. Let's see what that's all about.
Twitch streamer Hassan, a 15-year-old, while on a trip to Berlin. No one is shocked other than Kaya.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. I mean, look, man, I've called it the whole time. I've said it literally the whole time, bro. He went to a Diddy party that sex trafficked a Diddy party. He also went to a brothel in Germany that sex trafficked at least 1 child.
Massive day for the unemployed. Some insane allegations just got dropped on Hasan Piker by Destiny.
That's the legendary question of all time.
Oh, old enough to count, old enough to mount.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount.
It all
Yeah, this guy's crazy. Again, I've said this the whole time. Dude, how justified can one guy get is crazy. Dude, this guy, literally, he called me a... He called Asmongold a rapist. He is all of the things he projects onto other people. He's such a lying, fraud, manipulative dirtbag. And again, you could scream projection all you like, but why are we surprised that the guy that supports might be a... Like, dude, this is crazy.
Started over political brain rot too. Destiny tweeted, "If Hassan is going to reach this hard saying I kickstarted Fuentes' career, then I am responsible for his career 10 times over. Also, Hassan a 15-year-old while he was visiting that brothel in Berlin. That's why he doesn't like to talk about it as much." Now, this is a crazy accusation against Diddy Piker here, and let's see what started this.
I believe him. I believe him completely. Believe all victims. I believe him. I stand with Destiny. I stand with Destiny on this episode of Two Retards Fighting. That's right. That's right. It takes one to know one, some would even go as far as to say. So, listen, coming from a man that has researched the legalities of having sex with children probably tremendously, he probably knows more about pedophilia than anyone else. So on this dude and he's in a bunch of lawsuits, all right, for like revenge porn right now. So this guy knows, all right, you know what I'm saying? This dude knows. Who would understand better than Destiny? I'm just saying what we're all thinking right now. I'm saying what we're all thinking. Every single one of us are thinking the exact same thing. You know what we're thinking? We're thinking that we're wondering what Hasan Piker's chat was like on Bilibili, because you know he streamed on Bilibili, like the actual Chinese YouTube site. So we streamed on that, and we wanted to see what the comments. Let's see what the comments were saying over there. Electric dog, electric dog. Shout out to Hasan Piker's Chinese fans. They know exactly what's up. They know exactly what's up. That's right. I think he went to China so he could eat his dog. That's my theory. We'll see if I'm right about that one.
Feud.
Some of my other ideological opponents who claim to be liberals may or may not have sucked his and also simultaneously.
Ideological opponent, bro, you're 34. Your only opponent should be your child in Mario Kart.
Openly delivered them a fat platform and also additional media connections, and even promoted Nick Fuentes and even talked about how Nick Fuentes owed them so much for their new career. Yes, I'm talking about Sex Pestiny.
Takes one to know one. Drama.
Dude, this is the best drama of all time. It's actually just like retard on retard violence. It's crazy. It's crazy. Pedos shouldn't throw stones from glass streaming websites. Dude, this is absolutely diabolic. It's crazy.
That's quite the allegation. It's common knowledge behind the scenes. If
it's common knowledge behind the scenes that Hassan's a... The fact that no one decided to drop the Destiny files or the Diddy list or whatever the fuck is insane. That means these guys were literally running defense for a... If this is true. But again, this is like pedo on pedo violence we're watching right now. We are witnessing alleged pedo on alleged pedo violence. Right, self-admitted pedo and probably pedo violence.
Destiny wants to contest that he can sue me, but he won't because the truth is an absolute defense against defamation.
Come on, Hassan, you got this. Sue him, Hassan. Do it, Hassan. Sue him. Yeah. Go into Discovery. I want to see the laundry list of children that are victims of Hasan Piker, potentially, allegedly. I want to see it.
At this point, Hassan pretty much has...
Pedo versus pedo. Hassan's dog most affected.
Has to sue Destiny, otherwise he just looks like Chris Tyson, and honestly...
Sue him, bro. You have to do it.
What a crazy...
If you don't sue him, that means it's true, Hassan. That's how it works. If no lawsuit equals you did it, I don't make the rules.
Easy thing to hold on to.
To be fair, I think you did. No, to be honest. Like, if I had to guesstimate, I'd say I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. Me personally, I believe it. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. He flew to Germany to pay for sex in a brothel where they did sex traffic a child. Like, come on, dog. What are we talking about?
Oh, we were debating.
Now, I know what you're going to say. That's Islamophobic. Because as we know, Mohammed's lore is diabolical. But my response is, Hassan is actually white. He is white. I support deporting this white man.
No reason to debate people like that have very limited platforms at the time. And then he was resilient enough to work his way through the ranks and claw back after tremendous amounts of deplatforming. claw his way back into relevance, found himself in Kanye West's orbit.
The Hassan files were basically dropped over a disagreement over Nick Fuentes. And if you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, let me just play a quick clip for you.
Maybe they'll get you to think I'm a horrible person, whatever. I know there's at least 1,000 real ass that watch the show, are smart enough to understand what I'm saying. They're gonna take this information and they're gonna blow up the second Death Star.
White guys saying the N-word, what's new? Feels like I'm looking at a mirror. But jokes aside, from what I know, these guys all like hate each other. Fight, fight, fight. Hassan and Destiny.
Exactly. I am literally right here. I am with you in the crowd, bro. I am with you in the crowd, dude.
I genuinely mean this. I think Hassan should sue him if this isn't true. I do. I think Hassan should sue.
Yes, I agree. No. Even if it is true. A terrible take, Asmongold. Hassan should sue him. Sue him, whether it's true, whether it's not. Try to win. End up in discovery. We'll see what happens. This will be diabolical. One of these guys will be absolutely obliterated. Dude, I fully support this lawsuit. 100. I would contribute. All right, if you started one of these like Kickstarters, like a GoFundMe, I would donate to the GoFundMe for this lawsuit. Not a lot, because I don't like you. However, I would donate, is what I'm trying to say.
Him. Like, this is a crazy accusation. Crazy accusation to make at somebody. Yeah, wild. That's a crazy.
I mean, maybe it's true. Maybe he just knows it's true. It's only crazy if it's like a lie, but if it's true, then why is it crazy? Then it actually just kind of makes sense. So yeah, no, terrible take, Asmongold. Base Destiny on this one, I have to say. Sue him, Hassan. Get his ass. I'm just literally here poking these motherfuckers. I'm just literally sitting here poking these bastards.
Claim? Yeah, that's nuts. You can't just throw that on people without proof, man. Yeah, sure.
I feel like Destiny is playing some kind of 4D chess over here.
Bro, dude. 4D chess, bro. What are we even talking about? They were fighting over this guy.
Horny ass bitch. Franco Friday? Dude, it's fucking Hitler Friday. Jack Posobiec. Hey guys, it's Franco Friday. Buddy, it's Führer Friday. It is Hitler Friday. Shut up. It is Heil Hitler Friday, nigga. Heil Hitler. All my niggas Nazis, nigga. Heil Hitler, bitch.
Yeah, so anyway, that's who they're currently fighting over. He's known for other things, especially in regards to Destiny. They had this incredibly good take. So this is, in my opinion, this is my absolute favorite clip of all time.
Okay. Why are you hanging out with children? Well, you know, they're hotter.
Right, so he says children are hotter.
Based. Let's fucking go. That's why we love him. That's why we love this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so they bonded over their love of having sex with children, and now they accused Hasan Piker for having sex with a child. This is the greatest timeline of all time ever. Of all time ever. This is diabolical.
Here, like, Hassan basically is stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Hassan about to whip out the fucking shot collar. Ludwig goes on stream. I saw the child. I mean adult. She was 18. I am having way too much fun today. You should subscribe. I will make you smile every day.
And if he doesn't sue, he just looks like a predator, so he has to.
And it's quite the...
Yeah, you have to sue him. Sue him.
It's common knowledge behind the scenes. If Hassan wants to contest it, he can sue me, but he won't because truth is an absolute defense against defamation. I don't know. Like, I almost feel bad even giving this any attention at all because I
don't. That guy's a supporter. He wants me to die. He slandered me. No, I want to give this all the attention. All right, we are zeroing in on the attention on this one. I think there's a part of Asmongold that like actually likes Hassan. And I don't have that part in me actually because Hassan wants me dead and has slandered me multiple times and his audience threatened my life constantly. So no, actually, and also he supports the murder of like my friends and family and stuff. So yeah, no, actually, I'll be real. To be honest, actually, Hasan Piker, according to Destiny, who knows a lot of things. Hasan Piker's a that slept with a 15-year-old. That makes him a rapist. A rapist. Because children can't consent, Hassan. Children can't consent. This guy's a leftoid. This guy's a lefty. He's preaching the right. Allegedly. Yeah, I said according to Destiny. According to Destiny, who knows a lot of things behind the scenes, Hasan Piker is a that raped a child. Flew to another country to rape a child, bro. That's crazy.
feel like maybe it's probably like I would never ever assume this of somebody, right? I never would. I'll be curious to see what his response is going to be if he even does respond.
Nux, don't go overboard. Nux, don't go overboard. This guy allegedly raped a child, bro. I am going overboard when, according to Destiny, that dude's sticking his dick in children. And I'm going overboard? No. No. We're not going nearly overboard enough is what I'm saying. Again, there is no surprise. You know why I'm not surprised at all? Because he literally supports rapists. He supports them. He literally supports them constantly. Like, you don't understand. He supports the Houthis. Bro, you don't understand. The Houthis rape children, okay? Systematically, industrially rape children. And he supports them 10 toes down, okay? There are 8-year-old girls that die of blood loss on their wedding nights in Yemen, okay? Are you insane? And he calls me a because of an out-of-context clip from 5 years ago where I'm making fun of weird shit that came out of Japan. He uses that without ever showing it, obviously, because it's so retarded and so obviously not an allegation. And he will call me a in front of his thousands of people. So no, a guy that supports and actively wants his audience to kill me, no, actually, I don't feel bad when I say the objective fact that Destiny called him a that raped a 15-year-old child. Objective fact. According to Destiny, he's a
I mean, it's just, you got to admit, though, right? This is a crazy thing.
Yeah, it's hands down the most serious allegation you can make about somebody. He called you up. We can call Hassan a liar, but we need legitimate evidence to call him a... I don't think there is any evidence. I think Destiny said this solely to force Hassan to have to respond to something so egregious that it hurts his character.
No, bro, sue him! Sue him! Why isn't he suing him? Bro, sue him!
Even acknowledging the possibility that it happened. 1D chess, but it works. Destiny said it in retaliation to Hassan saying Destiny Nick Fuentes off. He probably figures if Hassan is allowed to hurl around those kind of rumors, then he is too.
No, these guys are coping so insanely hard. If I'll be real here, okay? If you call someone just up front without an allegedly, then you know something. Then you know you're not gonna get ruined in court. All right, let's be real.
From what I know, Destiny has this shtick against hypocrisy, and Hassan's been known to spread allegations around people as well. True. Hassan, a streamer who actively uses allegations he knows are false, as well as exaggerating the truth and accusing people things they never did, now has child allegations that Destiny is willing to go to court over because it's not defamation, because it's the truth. Destiny, holy shit.
Man, that Hasan Piker. That on God is the diddler. Get the out of my Genshin server, you weirdo freak. Go hang out with Mizkif.
So, Destiny has evidence or a story related to child allegations, and he was sitting on that instead of reporting it because reporting to authorities, not the court of public opinion, because... Yeah.
What do you mean? Are you literally trying to figure out why Destiny was sitting on allegations? Dude, it's because Destiny has literally made videos running defense for allegations. It's because Destiny allegedly had child porn on his computer that he seemingly admitted to having. For the record, like, what are you talking about, man?
I don't really know what's going through Destiny's head, but personally, why sit on this kind of information if you know it to be true in the first place?
Bro, it's because Destiny literally has videos debating the ethics of child porn. Let me see if I can find it. Dude, I literally just found this in like 2 seconds because I have a database of this shit. Watch this clip. This is Destiny.
What, if you just because you molest a child doesn't make you... That's not
Bro literally says with full confidence, just because you molest a child, it doesn't make you a... Like, dude has an extensive history of this, all right? So, like, I'll be real. Like, of course he was sitting on this info. Look, man, I'm running the ultimate game here because this is, like, actually the two retards fighting, and I would support the hell out of this lawsuit. I would pay for both of their lawyers. Not completely, but I would donate. I would donate to both of their lawyers.
And he made it sound like it was common knowledge behind the scenes, so why carry water for Hassan? Best thing of all is I'm not a fan of any of these so it's funny to watch them self-destruct. Anyway, before we hop into this, something actually pretty funny happened with Hassan. Apparently, breaking. Chinese security police harassed Hasan Piker while he was live streaming in Tiananmen Square. Hassan's live stream went down for 10 minutes after the Chinese security official saw Hassan hold up a Chairman Mao meme on his phone.
Roger, you seen this? Oh, yeah.
Jail.
Yes.
Oh, you're at the film. Okay.
He didn't realize that we were swagged out white boys who love China.
Swagged out white boys who love China.
I will say that it's not even remotely up there. The further west you go, the worse cops get, the more aggressive they get. America being the worst one out of all of them.
This dude hates America so much. Why is he living there? I feel like if...
Get him out! Get him out. Get him out. Dude, seriously. Communist. Dude. Do you want... This is a hypothetical. I'm not even referring to Hassan here. But would you want a communist that hates America to live in America? This is not about Hassan at all. This is about a hypothetical communist that hates your country and would support an invading force. Like, if you had the option to remove him, would you want him removed? This is not about Hassan. This is not about Hassan. This is about Hassan. This is not about Hassan.
If I was that dreadful, I'd move. Proposition. I'll give you my Canadian passport. You give me your American one. It sound like a deal?
Same with you, Hassan. You probably got some crazy shit in the closet, bro. You got some crazy skeletons in the closet, bro. I know for a fact you do.
True.
I just know you're a weirdo.
True.
Everyone's gonna come back to this clip. It happened to Dr. Disrespect. It happened to Miss Kid. It happens to all these guys, bro.
True.
All y'all are f***ing weird as f***.
When Aiden Ross is the voice of reason, you know these guys are cooked. And just to be
Aiden Ross is amazing. He's the best streamer of all time. I'm sorry if you hate him because he thinks the earth is flat. He's the greatest streamer ever.
Abundantly clear, I am not accusing Hassan of a crime here. You know, he's innocent until proven guilty. However, he is guilty of being an absolute cornball.
He pays for sex in brothels that sex traffic children. The best possible outcome is that the person he paid for to fuck is an adult. This is literally the best possible outcome.
That's that shit I don't like.
Also, didn't Hassan straight up go to a Diddy party? Like, I'm pretty certain that's true. Asmon doesn't really need a pearl clutch on Hassan's behalf from all this. Hassan called her implied destiny was a bunch of times. Only fair if you're able to do the same back. Hasn't Hassan called Asmon and Tectone too? I just think Asmongold's too charitable to people that don't deserve it. Bro, who did this? Somebody put Destiny and Hassan in jail. No, but this is hands down probably the craziest allegation I've seen dropped from like the streaming sphere. Destiny straight up just did this meme, but on Twitter. The Quarter Pounder said, there is only two possible outcomes here. Hasan Piker must sue Destiny or admit when he was in his mid-20s, he paid for sex with a teenager.
Yeah.
Destiny, bro, if I need to go on the offender list, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me, okay? Lol.
Bro, release the Destiny files. Release the Destiny files. Sit down, Epstein, you're dead. Release the Destiny files.
All right, Destiny, release the files. The time is... Whether it be Asmongold or Ethan Klein's Reddit, I feel like everyone's sort of in agreement. If you're going to drop a bombshell...
I think we all agree that Hasan Piker is probably a pedophile. Like, I think we can all agree that he's probably a pedophile. Again, not making any allegations here, but like, if I was a betting man...
big, there better be some more information out of it. Now, I'm no lawyer, but yeah, insane. Not gonna lie, this kind of summarizes it pretty well here.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount.
That's crass.
I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Old Hassan was honestly crazy. Yeah, so if we humor this for a moment, this means Destiny was sitting on proof that Hassan harmed a child and waited for the exact moment to release it because of optics.
True.
I don't like Hassan, but if this is untrue, I feel like Hassan should sue Destiny. And if it is true, this makes Destiny look horrendous for withholding this information.
I love how everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe he was sitting on this information. Bro, am I the only person that's actually being honest here? I feel like I'm the only person being honest here. Literally the only guy being honest. This is pedo on pedo violence. Alleged pedo on pedo violence. All right? They're both horrible. Okay? Yes, correct. You're right. They're both horrible. Correct. 1000%. Unironically, this is the Al-Jolani regime in Syria fighting back against the Assad regime. Pick who you like more. The guy that massacres and genocides Owlites, or the guy that genocides and massacres Druze and Christians. Pick your favorite. All right? That's where we're at, man. Okay? I'm not trying to be rude here or anything. I'm not trying to be rude here. I win in this situation because one of these guys, everyone hates me because I'm the only one that'll tell the truth, man. I'm the only one that's gonna sit here and tell the truth. I can't believe Destiny. Are you insane? Are you crazy? Bro, Destiny was outed. He admitted, from my perspective, he admitted to having child porn on his computer. He admitted it. Like, this dude is not the guy we're gonna look at to be the beacon of morality. But despite all of that, I completely believe him in this instance. In my opinion, all right, I'm looking through all the facts. There aren't a lot of them, but I'm looking through all the evidence. In my opinion, Hasan Piker is a... That's my opinion. That's what I have to say. It's my opinion. It's not a fact. It's not an allegation. It's my opinion.
Now,
you know why? It's because he supports... like directly and openly, and thinks that they deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. He wants the Houthi to get them. This video is not going to be monetized. To get the Nobel Peace Prize. All right, that's right. The Olympics is going to be diabolical. Suspiciously, they're only accepting leftists.
I don't hate Hassan. He's just kind of easy to meme on. He's a lolcow who kind of pays the bills. I mean, this doesn't make Destiny look good, but he did put Hassan in an uncomfortable position. Like,
no,
Hassan,
dude, I respect the Destiny. I respect you for this one. Not gonna lie, that was based as fuck.
Hassan can't pull a Steam, do nothing, and win. He actually has to sue him. This wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, you have to sue him, Hassan. I'm sorry, you have to do it. You have to sue him. Sue him. Sue him where you. Sue him where you're. Sue him. Ah! Do nothing. Win. Dude.
Time Destiny finished on someone, and it wouldn't be the last. Even though I couldn't quite stretch this to Hassan's favorite timestamp, subscribe to the channel anyway.
His favorite timestamp's 9/11 because he supports 9/11. The biggest victim of 9/11 obviously was Zohran Mamdani's aunt, who experienced Islamophobia in Tanzania. No, but anyway, so Hasan Piker allegedly fucked a 15-year-old. He doesn't actually support 9/11. He just thinks America deserved 9/11. Not trying to slander him, even though he's probably a... So not trying to slander him, even though he's probably a terrorist. All right. Don't want any misinformation to spread from this video. I want to make this very clear. I do not want any misinformation to spread from this video. All right. Now, Hasan Piker is probably a... But I don't want you to come away from this video thinking of making any objective statements at all. I want to make that very, very clear. But he does definitely objectively support rapists. Oh my God. I can't believe I found this old tweet of mine. I made this tweet months ago. How old was she, Hassan? I made this tweet 6 months ago. How old was she, Hassan? Oh my God. Absolutely diabolical. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.